So, welcome to episode 25. This is a podcast for professional athletes like our guest today, Sheldrick Redwine. Great name, by the way. All name team. You had to have been in the all name team somewhere on ESPN.
Yeah, man. Got it all. Everywhere I went, every level I went, people always let me know that. They asked if I knew the Bob Marley song or everyone all the time. I got that.
Oh, really? I didn't know
time.
that. I'm glad I brought that up.
I'm like,
Well, this is really a podcast about, like I said, about athletes that overcome obstacles and succeeded. And I've read a lot about you, and you certainly have overcome obstacles in your life in many cases. We'll try to talk about that today and also talk about this big event that you're having. So anyway, how are you, Sheldrick? How's everything? It looks like you're doing really well. I love your backyard.
in my backyard now, I'm doing good, though.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
How's the summer? Do the Dolphins have you busy?
I mean, they have programs that they're running right now, but right now I've been training, with personal trainers that I've been working with outside of them.
Of course, it's nice to meet you. And like I was saying, one of the reasons why I have you here today is because you're going to be taking part in a free youth football camp. And it has your name on it. It's called Sheldrick Redwine Get to Know Youth Football Camp. It's Saturday, July 23rd. It's at Richmond Park. Did you spend a lot of time growing up in Richmond Park? I'm guessing you did.
That was the only park I played on growing up.
Oh, so that's perfect.
Yeah, that's home for me.
Here's a rumor. It's an urban myth or legend. It was there where you loved to hit, and lots of other people love to hit, and it kind of defined you. Is that kind of true, or?
Like the Optimus area, like Miami, like a breeding ground for football, so we known for the speed and athleticism, but like one thing that they instill in all the kids early is like, just that physical, understanding the physical nature of the game. It was like, you weren't even able, like, to be able to be on the field, you had to be able to prove that, like, okay, like, I'm gonna be able to, bring it every time it was time to be brought.
Yeah. Here we go. You definitely look like a celebrity out there. And then the moves on the field and your physical specimen. I don't know if it's 6 foot 196 of muscle. You grew up in Richmond Heights. Obviously, you played at University of Miami. I think you're one of 50 that have played at UM and then also on the Dolphins. And you played at the Hard Rock, which is my background for both teams. And you were drafted really well, 4th round first for University of Miami with the Cleveland Browns. Did very well first 2 years over there, and you've moved to a few teams, and you've gone full circle all the way back to Miami Gardens. And that's what I have. But if you could reflect on growing up in South Dade and what it was like, I know a little bit about it because I've grown up and I've been here since '87. I've seen all the different versions of the great Hurricane teams. But what was it like growing up in South Dade?
It was amazing for me. I'm someone who always loved to just sit back, really reflect. I like to soak in everything around me from my surroundings from a different perspective. So being within it, seeing a lot of stuff. My parents did a wonderful job. Me looking back at it, like I got unconditional love as a kid. You know what I'm saying? So I had guidance, male role models, female role models who always tried to just make sure that I was on the straight path. A lot of people who sacrificed, a lot of things for me that they tried to make sure keep me guided on the straight path. So really growing up, it was like, I gotta say, it was beautiful for me. South Dade is like, it's home to me.
And then high school, you had a really good high school career. I understand you played with your teammate, Jaquan Johnson, and he followed you or you followed him to the Dolphins. What was it like playing with him? And what kind of team did you have? Two of you.
It was crazy. Like our defensive back cores were like, that's one thing that me and him was playing together. It was like one thing that's going to be the backbone of our team, going to be our defensive core. Because me and him, we got like on the field, it's like almost telepathic. You know what I'm saying? There have been times where, teams hurrying up, both of us might not even know the same, like we may not even be on the same page at the time. We may look at each other. One of us may move and we'll know just by how the naturally how the coverages work. Okay, I'm playing off of him. If I see him go down, like, okay, I'm gonna go to the middle. If he see me just start going down, he gonna go to the middle. And we had that, like, we brought that type of connection, and then that spread throughout our DB group from high school and college. Me and him are like, I feel like how we were playing together is like everything that I'm not good at, he complements perfectly. And everything that he could be better at, I'm complimenting that perfectly at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So being able to play with somebody like that, and then both of us recognizing that, like, what's it my strong suit, he gonna play off of that, his strong suit, I'm able to play off of that. And then it's like, we know how to mesh, and then it's just gonna be win. Because we understand, like, if we have that, like, being DBs and we being the last lines of defense, is like nothing's gonna be able to get past us. Like, our defense is like, because we're the last lines of defenses. So if your last lines of defenses are on such a level that nothing's gonna get past us, it's hard to beat that type of defense.
You also received 40 offers, and then you got your Miami offer a little late. That must have been stressful for you.
I'm a big believer in, everything has timing. So even like during the recruiting process, I always knew, like, I'm a Miami boy. Like, I want to, like, I just love Miami. Like, growing up, I'm in love with Miami. So everything I always wanted to do I just always, like, I want to do everything that I want to do in the best way that I'm, like, from where I'm from. Like, I want to build where I'm from to such a level that, okay, as I'm building myself, I'm able to bring everybody where I'm from to the top at the same time.
All 4 years, you really just continued to improve. I was watching a scout video when you were playing for the Jets, just before you played for the Jets, and they was talking about how every year you just got better and better at University of Miami. How was it playing there? It must have been a dream come true. It looked like you had a great time, Sheldrick.
Man, it's unbelievable. Honestly, to be able to say that I experienced the college experience at the University of Miami, like, it's a huge blessing. Like, I was young, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can vividly remember myself being a kid, like, just laying in my bed, throwing up the ball late at night, just envisioning myself playing in the same stadium that I'm playing in now. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, I was never even a kid. I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to go to the NFL. I'm going to go to the NFL. I'm going to go to the NFL. But people who ask me, like, what do you want to do? I'll just tell them, like, I want to play football as long as possible in my city. That was literally all up. Like, I just want to play football as long as possible where I'm from. If I can do this, like, this is what I want to do with my life. And to be able to have done that, like, especially being at a prestigious university like the University of Miami, you know what I'm saying? Like, the percentages of being able to be from that city and then to play for that city and then, to make plays, like, especially with the turnover chain, that's huge.
Oh my God, yeah.
So to be able to experience that era of Miami and to be able to have a face on that era is, I look back on it and I understand that, like, that those are, like, true blessings that I'm able to grasp and remember. So I'm real thankful for it.
And you took advantage of the turnover chain, and you made a copy or the video with you, the pictures I have of you, the turnover chain, and then the whiteboard over there. It seems you're very close with your mom.
Yeah. So, like, being able to do that, it was like, I understand that being football players, like, we're entertainers at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like, football, watching sports is entertainment. So to be able to have that, like, adding that prop, and then it was like, I think it was something like, as soon as, like, he added a turnover chain, like, our turnovers, like, skyrocketed. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, our defense, we're already playing with a good camaraderie. We're already a defense, everybody on the same mind frame. But then you telling the collective group who, like, already, like, there's no selfishness between anybody anywhere. That ball back, that's when you're able to shine. The whole world it feel like the whole world is on you, because everybody know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's one of the greatest college traditions ever. So to be able to put that on, and then it's like you on top of the football world at the moment. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, turnover's hard to come by. So I know when I get it, I'm like, this is my time to show, like, what's entertaining about me. I'm an entertainer. Yeah, I play football, but I'm supposed to be entertaining at the same time. I got a fan base that's supposed to be entertained.
Well, you certainly embrace that. And I like the way you, as a fan, a lot of fans think turnovers are just an easy thing. They come around and it's no big deal. But you're right. A turnover is hard to come by. They don't come every quarter. You just have to take the opportunity when you can. Who came up with that turnover chain? It's a genius marketing move.
It was Coach Diaz and some of the coaches on the staff. I can't remember when it came out. It might have been my senior. I feel like that it came out. But the first game that he showed us that, he was like 4 turnovers, y'all can get this. Like, we exploded. We were like, we can't believe that. You gonna let us put that around our neck and just, like, celebrate with that after making a play? Like, if we take the ball back.
Well, you're just a ratings opportunity to print money for ESPN. I'd want to have you guys on every single week, no matter who you're playing.
Yeah, I mean,
it's hard to top what they did in all those other championship years. And you know what? You may have topped it with that turnover chain. That was
that's naturally, like, that chain, like, that's something that's naturally Miami. So when I got that, it was like unlocking a whole another side of me, to where, like, everything that I've been saying, like, as a kid, in that moment, having them chains on them multiple times, like, like, my whole city watching me. You know what I'm saying? So that's something grasp and I love about it.
Yeah, no, we loved it a lot too, and you just were so good at entertaining, besides being an incredible football player and a winner, and the athletic ability was just off the charts. So then you went on and you did really well in the draft, 4th round, 119th pick, first Hurricane. And suddenly, you have a bunch of money. It's hard for someone to explain. It just sounds like a simple thing. Is it that simple, or is it stressful? What does it feel like when, you go from one and, you're a college guy, and then all of a sudden you sign a sizable contract? And this is good for the kids who are going to be at the camp to understand too, because you have financial training involved in that, as financial literacy. So I'm curious to see what your reaction to that was when you first had your first contract.
I was taught like a man treats $100 the same way he'll treat $100 million. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like, I had that opportunity first, like, just from the call. Like, immediately when I got the call and I realized I was going to the NFL, I had to digest that. I'm like, okay, this is the dream. Like, this is what I've been waiting for my entire life. This moment right here. So I had to grasp that moment at first. And then, so after I digested that, I had to realize, like, okay, but now at the same time, it's a business opportunity, to where I'm able, you know what I'm saying? Like, now I'm going into a corporation, but it was a huge moment, and people are proud of me, because I've been thankful that I had a village around me my entire life, just like rooting for me. And it was like, I had my sights set on that my entire life, you know what I mean? And to be like, to where I believe that human brains are like computers, to where, like, we can program ourselves to live on the frequency that we want to live on. You know what I'm saying? So I believe that just me just being who I am, loving my city so much, that's been a result of me, being able to make plays, while I'm doing what I love for my city, and event, like, being able to end up to be in professional sports inside my city. Because to be a professional sports player inside your own city, the odds of that, outside of just making it to the NFL, look way more microscopic.
Yeah, they are. And here we are now. You're in your 5th year. It seems like you have another dream besides going to the Hurricanes, playing for the Dolphins. What was that like when you started off? I guess you were defensive back and just wearing the Dolphins uniform. That must have been surreal.
It was crazy. My first game that I suited up for the Dolphins, like, when we played at Hard Rock, my first game, like, I just sat on the 20-yard line, like, just soaking it all in. Like, I cried, actually. I went out early. I was probably one of the first people going out for the warm up, and I just soaked it all in. Like, okay, like, this is like, because I'm emotional now, because I already, like, the NFL, but now to be able to be in my city playing on the NFL team, I'm like, this is a whole nother thing that I've accomplished. So I had to soak that in. I cried, actually, for a little bit, but then after that, like, I soaked it. I'm like, okay, but now it's game time. Now it's for real. You know what I'm saying? So now it's time to where, like, this is everything that I've been working for. You know what I'm saying? So to not take control of that opportunity and to make the most of that opportunity, that would be like ignorance of my own blessings.
Yeah. Wow, you have a way with words, Sheldrick.
I appreciate that.
And I just wanted to let you know that I'm a little old school, though. So when you mentioned Hard Rock, I love it and everything. But, I was a Dolphin fan in '87, and you know where they played. They played at the Orange Bowl, and we used to beat on those the seats make noise, and there's nothing like that.
Man, it's crazy.
But that's just me. I'm going to just play a little video. So overall, where are we seeing right now? Do you remember this?
Yeah, I think it was like a 2 high, to where I'm reading the number 2 receiver, the inside slot receiver, to where I have him anywhere, like if he breaks anywhere between 5 yards, the linebacker's going to take him. If he breaks anywhere probably 10 and pass, then I'm taking him inside and outside. So I was able to read him. He came off kind of slow. I just broke on it. I was reading the quarterback simultaneously while reading him because he was running slow. So I'm reading the quarterback. As soon as he broke, I seen the quarterback and just went up and made an athletic play behind him.
Yeah. Do you know a lot of people call you a very high IQ player? I mean, it's not just your physical attributes. It's the mental aspect of the game. And it sounds like this play was a mental play. What's going on here?
Just breaking on the ball, showing speed. You know, we missed the tackle at first, but Coach Diaz showed this. You know, Coach Diaz was tough on us for missed tackles. You know, but this play, he showed like it was a lot of missed tackles, but we rallied like hyenas. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a lot of missed tackles. It's like he was like, this is team football. Like this is what hustling and like look how people just flying trying to get to the ball.
Yeah,
another one.
Whoa.
Blitz.
Yeah, look at 22. Well, there's some more plays. This is probably my favorite part of the podcast.
Yeah. I was looking at this one in the corner of my eye, like I'm baiting the quarterback, making him thinking. I'm showing my face one way, making him thinking I'm looking at one thing, but I'm peripherying him out my eye and looking at the receiver coming across at the same time. So I'm waiting for him to throw it, and as soon as he threw it, I broke it, just got in front of the ball.
Wow. And your memory is perfect for I mean, they are big plays, but you remember everything like you were on the field. How about this one?
I replay all plays. A lot of plays that happened in my career, they may not even be splash plays, but it'll be a certain type of play that I visualize a whole week. And it may just be a regular tackle on the sideline, but I'll see that for a week, like visualize that for a week, and it happens. That's happened multiple times on plays that I've made and plays that I've missed.
Looks like you only know one speed.
Yeah, I do.
I would call you full throttle.
Like our team, like when everybody make a play, like everybody going crazy, like we dancing on the field. The official right here, he was telling me like, stop dancing. I was just like, no, like I'm gonna keep dancing because like, this is just how I express myself.
Who's telling you to stop dancing?
No,
what names here?
He was like 22, stop dancing. I'm like, I'm not dancing.
Oh no. What we're gonna do now is get to why we're here, the big reason why we're here, and I'm gonna play a video of your friend Tara Gibson. Mm-hmm. And then we'll go and I'll ask you a few questions. So here's the video.
We are just so excited about our upcoming camp with Sheldrick. He is such a great guy. What a joy to work with. When Sheldrick first reached out to us, we're like, man, this is going to be amazing. He had ideas about having financial literacy with the mental health piece at the camp. And I'm like, yes, let's do it, right? Because our motto is entertain, educate, and empower. We were like, this is a match made in heaven, let's do it. So in talking with him, getting to know him and his passion for his community, we could not say no. Some things that we have planned for the camp is, like I said, the mental health piece of it, bringing awareness to mental health. The camp is from ages 5 to 14, right? And so we're really getting them while they're young, bringing awareness to mental health. On top of that, we're going to have a financial literacy station. So that is going to be run by Regions Bank. We're really happy they're going to be sending a team out to talk to the kids about some basic banking, some basic banking stuff. And as I digress, our mental health camp is going to be ran by Coach Misty Buck. She does a lot with professional athletes, professional teams, college teams, high school, like she's across the board. So we're going to have a self-defense station. Sheldrick, she's going to be running our motivation station with him and his NFL buddies. So we're really excited about that station for him. And last but not least, we are going to have the Bounce House obstacle course station. And that is just, a really fun station, right? Where the kids are raced through the obstacle course. But the thought behind that is teaching kids how to overcome obstacles in life, because as you know and I know that obstacles happen in life, right? We're going to run into them. But the thing about it is we just want to, impart into the kids, hey, do not give up. So, we just feel it's important, as Sheldrick has this platform. He has this huge platform, right? And we're just so excited that he wants to use his platform to transform. Sheldrick started back here at Richmond Park, and we're glad to be able to come back with them and, have this camp form and run it in a different way, right? And thank you too, Scott. We really appreciate this opportunity to come on your podcast, to have this platform, to spread the message. Again, Scott, thank you so very much. Look forward to seeing you out there. We appreciate 305 Consulting Engineers for, stepping up and helping sponsor this event. It's truly a blessing, and we're very grateful and thankful for it. So thanks again, Scott. See you soon. Bye.
Here's all the information, Sheldrick. It's coming up, and it's right back where you grew up. So I hear you're running a motivational station. What's that about?
Just having some of the players, being able to just talk to the kids, because a lot of those kids going to be out there, with hopes and dreams of being able to make it to the NFL. So to have people out there who are in the NFL, to be able to, we're giving y'all the firsthand account about what it takes to get here, because we're here right now.
Oh, that's great.
I didn't have a lot of these opportunities when I was growing up. I was always looking to somebody, to be able to take me under their wing to show me how to get to a certain level. So I kind of figured it out, just figured it out as I went through. But I never had that person who was like, okay, got it, to take you directly to the top. I've had great coaches that have mentored me and stuff, but have some out like a big brother. You know what I'm saying? To be able to be that for kids is it's a true blessing. I feel like that I'm living in my purpose to be able to do that. I'm placed in this position to be able to do that, to be able to be the person who I wish that I had, that these kids wish who they could have. Someone told me that it's two ways to learn. You can learn from messing up yourself, or you can learn from somebody else's mistake.
I remember something else where someone said, pay attention. And you feel like that's the wrong way to teach someone. Do you remember?
Pay attention, yeah. It's like kids in school, when kids can't really, when kids mind everywhere in school, they kids, but somebody tell them, pay attention. They say pay attention. They tell you just pay attention, but nobody ever taught us how to pay attention, how to really, sit down and control our mind, think of analyze or be aware of what's going on in our mind. They just say pay attention. Okay, if you're telling the kid pay attention, you got to teach him how to pay attention. If he's never been taught that, everything we learn, we've been taught.
Another thing, did you have some kind of relationship with Sean Taylor, the great Sean Taylor, or some?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I trained through high school and a little bit in college. I had trained with his father. His father gave me good work. His father is a police chief, I believe, down in Florida City home. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So be able to train with Pete Taylor. Pete Taylor was a great trainer. He definitely. And then this one thing that I appreciate about Pete, a college athlete could be in there, NFL athlete could be there, or some kids gonna be in there. He gonna work everybody the exact same. So that's one thing I appreciate about really appreciate about Pete. So working with him was a blessing. He set the standard for a whole generation. He's the prototype, the type you don't want to come across the middle, receivers in the huddle, well, I'm not going across the middle with him right there. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, you could throw it 70 yards and he's right there full speed, 4-3 going to get it. You know what I'm saying? So he's like a prototype safety. He's somebody who to be studied, but then off the field, the impact that he brought to the community. You know what I'm saying? Another person Miami.
Sheldrick, thank you so much for taking time from your insanely busy schedule. And on this show this afternoon, we're going to have some bonus coverage of your work with kids that we'll have. So I'm telling our viewers now not to tune off. We'll get off ourselves, but I want them to see you in person, as you are with the kids. But I just wanted to thank you again for coming on, and I really want your name to carry on, and people should know who you are, not just on the field, but off the field. And I feel like we accomplished that today by picking your brain. And just thank you. Let's just stay in touch. I'm going to see you coming up soon.
Okay.
On the field, I'll be there, and I'm going to see you in action. I'm going to be the guy with the camera, videotaping all the great wisdom that you have to tell the kids, probably in a funny way. Sheldrick, let me know. When you're having a barbecue, don't forget me on the guest list. It looks like a lot of fun back there. And I'll see you soon. Thanks again, Sheldrick. Have a good workout, whatever you're doing the rest of this time until then.
Appreciate that, Scott. You too.
Okay. Thank you.
I just want to thank all of y'all for coming. Because I like to say, when I was younger, they ain't never had no caps on their park. You know what I'm saying? So I was like getting to where I had to get to. I really had to figure it out on the way. You know what I'm saying? So I always tell people I like to be the person that I never really had growing up to be able to look at to try to get to where I wanted to get.
What was your thoughts on the camp?
It was cool. It was fun. It was fun. And amazing. Yeah.
And
it was sporty.
What was your favorite part of the camp?
I just want to make sure. When we ran. Like run back and forth.
You like to race?
Yeah.
I didn't know you were going to say that. I thought maybe you liked the obstacle course. And how about having Sheldrick, meeting him, and just he's such a famous person in terms of football. What was it like having him teaching you?
It was cool.
Really quick, tell us what coming to a camp like this is going to do in regards to helping you achieve that goal of making it to the NFL one day.
Helps you train to get better and stuff.
Say it louder.
Helps you train to get better and stuff.
It helped you train to get better and stuff. That's beautiful. Give me a hand. Give me a hand. Give me a hand.
Somebody ain't about to be broke. Let's go.
You know it's coming. Just do the drill. Let's see what you got. Put the hands up. Okay? There you go. Good. One, two. There you go. One is the front foot. Ready? One, two. One. And two. Come on, use some power. Right?
Club rip. Come on, finish. Tackle the bag. Good job.
Boom! Out! Boom! Nice!